Coach Starkey, congratulations on the 7th straight title. Please introduce the 2 players with you tonight and your general thoughts on the weekend.
This is Kayla Koenecke to my left here, senior right side hitter, and Amanda Konetchy to my right, senior setter. First off, just congrats to BYU-Hawaii on a fantastic season, making it to the finals and the runner-up. They have a great team, incredibly well coached. I just have a lot of respect for what they do and how they play the game. Just very impressive ball control, defense, and they just play the game the right way. And they're always fun to watch, and they're just such gracious coaches and players, and just a lot of respect for their program. So congrats to them again on a great season. The match, I just thought we did a good job coming out from point 1, defensively, picking balls up right away, and I thought our libero did a great job. Pretty much our whole backcourt did a great job defending the court, getting us in systems so that we could actually score points off of digs. And then Amanda did a great job of finding our middles in transition. We felt like we could score points there, and she did a great job of finding them early and often. And we just kind of scrapped, and it was fun. It's fun to win.
Coach, you've been down this road 7 times in a row now. How did Cedar Rapids rank as a host city?
Oh, yeah, that's this is a great venue for this tournament here. I just think that the setup that they had, the hotel accommodations, being all in one place and not having to go back and forth and worry about traveling around for food, and just being able to walk down to the venue, walk down to practices, and it was just a really cool setup. I think it was one of the cooler places, just in terms of convenience, and so that we could just, it's just great being able to just focus on volleyball. So and then for us, it was great because we had a lot of people that could come down and support us, so that was really great as well. So yeah.
Coach, talk about your path to get to this 7th title through the season, regional, conference, all of that, and how was this comparable to the other titles that you have won?
Well, I think that we've had times where we've just been, where we've had kids come back that we've been a dominant team from the get-go. This was one of those teams that we were going to have to take some lumps along the road, because we had some kids kind of filling some big shoes from kids in the past, and we had to have those kids kind of get into a groove and step up and kind of work on gelling together, I think, as a team more. I think it was a great team still, that we just had a great foundation with our setter and right side returning and our libero, and that kind of had some good continuity there. So it wasn't like we were, drawing from a complete clean slate. But it took a little bit of time, and so it was one of those things. I thought that we had some good timely losses throughout the year, and it just we kind of just kept building off of those losses, I felt like. So I wasn't even feeling like, we had a lot of wins, obviously, but it wasn't really the wins. It was more when we lost that I felt like we kept getting better every single time we came back from those. And that's just kind of a testament to these guys. They just don't, they just never settle really for how good they're going to get. And I think that's kind of what this team did. And we really just kind of peaked at the right time too, losing in our conference championship, and then our region and conference. It just prepares us so well for this type of tournament. And every single match that we go play in our conference, regardless of who it is, we know that we have to show up for that match, otherwise we're going to get beat. And so these guys are just used to playing at that level. And then combined with kind of the non-conference that we try to schedule the toughest teams as we possibly can to challenge these guys, and we're okay with losing a match here and there. It's part of getting better, I feel like, and these guys do a great job of handling losses, and they do a great job of trying to work to keep getting better throughout the season. I felt like they did that, and that's why we kind of had success this year.
Coach, it's human nature in athletics, success to fight complacency. What have you guys done as a program to that complacency issue now, to be sitting here with 7 national?
Well, I think that, we try to treat each team differently, and every team's different. We just basically pretty much tell them from, we'll come back here in January, we'll come back with our kids, and we'll basically explain to them that this team hasn't done anything yet. and that's really kind of what we do, and that's kind of what these guys have bought into. So our spring is just all built up for, all right, you guys haven't really done anything yet, so let's go out and keep getting better throughout the spring. And I feel like that's where we almost make some of our biggest improvements is in our spring, just our skill development and keep getting better that way. You know, and these guys kind of buy into it. Every team that we've had really kind of buys into it, and they just, you know, it's kind of them really more than anything, because we talk about it obviously, and we try to preach that, but it's these guys are the ones that follow up with it. And then just the leadership of like some of the seniors that we have returning that just kind of come back and go, look, this is the way it is. This is how we do things here. And then the younger kids just kind of fall into place with that. And then plus those younger kids, the ones that are sitting on the bench kind of waiting a chance to play, they get to play against one of the best teams in the country every single day in practice. And so they're very aware of how to win because they have to compete against these two every day. So it's one of those things that they get really well prepared, and then those kids can hopefully step up and fill some shoes. And then for us, you know, we've gotten lucky and had some good freshmen that have been able to step up and play some significant roles for us too in the past. So.
Coach, one of those freshmen had a real big game for you there, Riley Gibson, 15 kills. Can you talk about her contribution and, going forward?
You know, she kind of had throughout the season, I mean, she came out of the bat really hot, and people didn't have any idea who she was, and she was kind of lighting it up. And then once she got into our conference, everybody knew who she was, and she was getting doubled up on a lot, and she wasn't really comfortable having to be able to deal with a big block in front of her. And then gradually, as the season kind of kept going on, she started getting better with that role. And then come conference tournament time and like region time, like even our last region, she probably should have been on an all region team for that tournament too. She was fantastic in that tournament. And then coming into this, you know, she was really kind of hot, really. So, and Amanda did a very good job of making sure that she got her the ball, and she did a great job blocking and hitting too for us too. Not even this, which is very impressive for a freshman to be able to block at the level that she blocks at for a freshman. So.
Kayla and Amanda, you talked about the pride that you guys have going. Getting the seniors with nothing but national championships on your resume.
I think for us, just such an opportunity to get the chance to like play in each of the 4 national championships we played in, just kind of going out there and, I don't know, not taking it for granted, but just kind of enjoying every moment that we're given the opportunity to play in. That's how I feel about it.
It sounds cliche, but you really do take away the relationships that you establish more than the wins, and that's something I've really come to appreciate as a senior. And I've said this before, but you just kind of take for granted what you have when you're younger, but then now it's like, what's next? And it was just so much fun being out here this weekend, taking every point as an opportunity to just spend with this team.
Kayla and Amanda, the senior season, your last one, how does this one compare to all the others, and what kind of message are you sending to the younger players as you exit the program for them to keep this kind of ride going forward?
Every year's different team, different personalities, and what I just hope that they take away from it, I've been preaching on it all weekend, is enjoy it. It's too short. Enjoy each other. Enjoy the little stuff, because you don't have much time.
Mm-hmm. Just don't take it for granted, like she said, because just when it's over, it's kind of like, wow, went by fast type of thing. So just kind of enjoy every moment you get at this high level.
Brady, any final thoughts on your senior class?
Well, I mean, I'm going to miss these guys terribly. I mean, it's just, I've coached them for a really long time, and they've meant a lot to our program and stuff. And it's just, you know, it's been a pleasure, because if you kind of got to experience what, you know, they're fun to watch play, but I get to see them every day in practice, and they bring that same enthusiasm, same energy level, same effort level every single day that they step on the court in practice, and they've done that since they were young. And then they've been a joy to coach, and they've just been, you know, just fun kids, you know, all the time, every day, and that's just who they are. And so I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss who they are. So.